do like going to the farmer's market with my girlfriend. Because no announcement given. I am the most Facebook and Twitter savvy man you will ever meet. If there's a YouTube video worth seeing, I will see it. And the only reason I found out about this is because I put together a Google Alerts, and I found it from an alternative news source, which, as a man of science, I already am skeptical about, but I checked it out anyway. And I came here today, and I heard people speak about their homes, where they live, where their kids live, where their families are, where their homes are. And we gotta say it's enough after a certain point. We have to say it's enough. Yes, people have homes up there, but that is a lifestyle choice. And to pour chemicals that will then come down onto children and to remove animals that didn't have anything to do with that, it's unconscionable. And I'm sorry, but I'm not here to ask FEMA not to do this. I'm telling you, you will not do it. Because I will stand, I will put my body in front of any bulldozer, and you will not pour chemicals down. Now, the one thing I want you all to understand too is FEMA did not just come up and is not trying to take over America. A group, an organization, approached them and said, hey, we're worried about fires, which is true. We're all worried about fires. So this is what they put together for us. However, what they put together for us is 3 books like this. How are we supposed to physically have time to read this, let alone to educate ourselves? But we don't have to, because all of this is a distraction. Because the bottom line is, no chemicals, just period. No. Monsanto, go away. Give us the keys to your buildings, turn off your lights, and stop doing business, because we're not giving up. All right? Thank you all. Now, if anybody would like to come to the March Against Monsanto, who, by the way, makes the Roundup chemicals that are going to be poured onto us and our children, I have flyers. Please take one. There's enough for all of you all. March 25th in cities all across the world, people are marching against Monsanto because they're in bed with our government. Look up Monsanto for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Don't ever take anybody's word for it. All right? Even if they speak passionately and they're very well dressed. March 25th. Yeah. Hey, sorry, thank you. May 25th. See, that's why we're here to look out for each other. Now, that being said, I want to thank FEMA for even giving us this opportunity, for handling it well, and I would like to request a way that all of us can access the footage that was filmed, if that is possible. That's it. Thank you all, and have a great day.
Alan Bernheimer.
My name is Alan Bernheimer. I'm a Berkeley resident since 1985. I came here today with an open mind, having heard about this issue as little as 24 hours ago, like most of you at FEMA. I appreciate your patience, your diligence in going all through this, but you should seriously question the adequacy of the notification process if stakeholders such as the eloquent people in this room this morning and clubs and organizations such as the Sierra Club and other environmental organizations were unaware of it. You may have a defective notification process that may not survive litigation. I don't know. I'd be surprised if there isn't litigation after all the passion we've heard this morning. There's been passion on both sides, pro and con, and I came here, as I said, with an open mind, because I am a Berkeley homeowner. I'm in the flats, but the 1920s Berkeley fire stopped just 10 blocks short of where I live, so I don't feel immune. On the other hand, when I tell people how happy I am to live in the East Bay, I say it's because in 10 minutes I can be up in the woods. I don't say it's because in 10 minutes I can be up in the wood chips. This is not FEMA's plan. FEMA is a government agency tasked with administering the NEPA process for determining the environmental adequacy of this plan. The proponents, UC Berkeley, City of Oakland, East Bay Regional Park District, this is their plan. FEMA, in its role, was required to come up with a draft environmental impact statement for which they are gathering public impact today, public input. But this is not FEMA's plan, so let's not attack FEMA. FEMA, we don't want an either-or binary process where we must accept this plan or do nothing. That is simply unacceptable. Proponents, that is unacceptable. You've heard the passion in this room. You're going to have a lot of opposition. And it shouldn't have taken a firestorm of internet activity last night to get people out here. So in summary, I don't want to repeat things that a lot of other people have said very eloquently here this morning, but we need a better plan for fire safety that addresses our concerns about our woods. I'm not a huge eucalyptus fan, but when I want to walk in the woods, I don't want to walk in barren hills with a couple of clumps of trees and bushes. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your comments, sir. Thank you for your comments, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Marge
And
Hall.
I'm vehemently opposed to this project as it stands. I think it needs to go back to the drawing board.
Marge Hall, who would be followed by Raleigh Latham, followed by Will Goday, then David Williams, and Teddy Crawford.
Hi there. Who's here from FEMA? Who am I addressing from FEMA? Okay, hi, thanks. So, I worked as a building inspector and an engineer, and I know FEMA, through that work, have done great work funding hazard mitigation. You've reinforced public buildings, you make great handbooks for engineers, but this proposal, I can't even, I'm speechless. It's an outrage to call it hazard mitigation when it's going to engender so much hazard. I think one of the worst issues in the hills in terms of fuel load are houses and wood roofs. This does nothing to address that. Nothing. There are more nuanced, sustainable, safer approaches, but they're decentralized, labor-intensive, not so dramatic, not so profitable. I'm a person with a disability. I have a chemical injury, partly as a result of occupational exposure to pesticides. So I have a lot of feelings about this issue. One day I was walking, I also walk in Strawberry Canyon. One day I was walking in the hills, and there was a white truck on the fire road, and they were driving along the fire road. It was a University of California truck, and they had, the window was open, and there was a guy holding a spray rod just spraying the side of the road. No warning to hikers, no protection for workers, no concern about drift. And these are the people you're going to give money to for hazard mitigation? This is... I think you picked up on the fact that in the Bay Area, we have a proud history of protest. We follow, unlike most of the country, many of us believe in the precautionary principle. We will defend that habitat with our bodies. You will see a firestorm in the hills, and it'll be a firestorm of people power.
Thank you, Ms. Hall. Ray Latham, Will Goday, David Williams. Is Mr. Williams here? Teddy Crawford. Ms. Crawford would be followed by Sheila Schwartzberg, Varya Fedoraya, Jeff Newfie.
Hi, thanks for staying. How many have grandchildren or children? Raise your hand. Okay. One reason I'm here, one reason I fought GMOs. I have a little tale to tell you, because I'm sure most of you don't have time to always look up facts, and when you retire, you have lots of time. I was a little concerned about Michael Taylor. Does anyone know who he is? Michael Taylor was a lawyer, outside lawyer for Monsanto. Then he went in-house, and now he's the guardian at the FDA for human safety. Go look up FDA and some of the rules, but one of them, how long do you think you should study something like Roundup, genetic engineering, inserting a pesticide into a gene of corn? 3 months, that should do it. Anyone who has any scientific awareness of anything, starting with biology, knows that's absolutely absurd. Almost as absurd as your plan to strip everything. First of all, carbon goes into the green. The green absorbs carbon, it's succinct, whether it's grass or leaves. To chop all that down is just ensuring more carbon dioxide is in the atmosphere. Forget methane, no one even dares talk about that. Look it up. Human power and money has garnered so much hubris, it's appalling. So you can come in and think, oh, you've got a degree, you've got a lot of money, I don't know who's behind you, but I love that sign. Follow the money. I don't know who's behind you or what you think about your role in society or how you sleep at night to propose something this atrocious.
Thank you, Ms. Crawford. Sheila Schwartzberg. Ms. Schwartzberg. Varya Ford.